Thank you, Rob, and good morning, good afternoon, and appreciate everyone joining us today to talk about this incredibly important topic. As has been highlighted, states are the joint enforcers of federal antitrust laws, along with the federal government. And in the past, the feds were the most visible enforcer of this work, mainly because they have more resources. And in normal times, the FTC and the DOJ have hundreds of lawyers working on antitrust cases to keep Washingtonians and people in every state safe from the abuses of this practice. But now the federal government has made our antitrust laws fragile, and antitrust law enforcement is truly in peril. We've seen them drop cases and make inadequate settlements that don't protect consumers. And in some cases, there have been reports that insiders close to the administration have engaged in corrupt dealings to get these cases dropped. We're seeing giant corporations who are more concerned with profits than the people that they are supposed to be serving. And they know that if they have friends in the administration, their mergers are more likely to get waved through. As a result, we're going to see more monopolies, less choice, less competition. And without competition, these monopolies will be able to jack up prices on consumers as much as they want, hurting everyday Americans who are already struggling with an affordability crisis across the country. That is why it is so important that our states are stepping up and working together and taking on a more aggressive role in antitrust enforcement. In Washington, we're well positioned for this role. We've been working on building up our antitrust capacity for years. 20 years ago, we only had a few attorneys working in our antitrust division. Today, we've got about 15. We're now at a point where we can bring more antitrust cases on our own, but we need more resources, we need more support, and we need more collaboration across the states. So my colleagues have highlighted how important this work, and we've seen a lot of work on a bipartisan basis recently to increase this enforcement priority. We worked on collaboratively with Live Nation and the Ticketmaster lawsuit, and we did that work together because DOJ kept us out of the loop. They announced that they had settled the case without keeping all of the states abreast about what they were doing on, and we had to make sure that we were keeping that work pushing forward. And so last month, Washington State and other AGs won a landmark verdict for consumers after the federal government reached a settlement that was truly inadequate. And that required collaboration from the folks that you see here and our colleagues across the country. We're continuing to keep our focus on state enforcement. Washington has a case going on now against RealPage, when we make sure that we can address some of the housing and affordability crisis, and we continue to look for ways to spread our enforcement. But all of our states need to step up this work. We need more resources to do the work because of what we're seeing in the absence of the federal government. Because we're going to continue to work to protect consumers from our anti-competitive conduct that we're seeing and safeguarding competition. We're going to enforce our state laws, and we're going to work with colleagues across the states. But there's going to be a lot more to do in this space. But I'm really just proud to be here. I want to thank AG Rayfield for organizing this important conversation and look forward to working with other folks here and our colleagues across the country in the months ahead.